Hello and welcome to this mid-morning taste challenge. I have two 40% alcohol blended Scotch whiskies. Um, so this is Buchanan's Deluxe 12, as they call it. I think they officially call it Buchanan's 12-year Deluxe, but you see the label says Buchanan's Deluxe. But whatever the case, it's aged 12 years, and it was introduced in 1884. I think it used to be called Buchanan's Fine Deluxe Liqueur for some weird reason. The word liqueur might have had a different meaning back then. But it's an old brand. I've had Scottish people tell me they never heard of it. It's very popular in the United States and Latin America. I had Canadians, I think, tell me they never seen it also. So it could be just limited distribution in certain parts of the world. But it's wildly popular in Louisiana. It's very popular in South America. In fact, they have problems in South America. You may never have heard this before, but in certain Latin American countries, they have a problem with corruption. You probably never heard that before. But they had problems with people pouring out the Buchanan's Deluxe and replacing it with some cheap substitute. And I've had somebody tell me that that is not that uncommon in New York City, that they'll dump out good whiskey and put cheap stuff in and put it in a bottle and pour it for you. I don't know. I wouldn't be shocked by crooked people in this world. And I never drank at bars anyway, because I know when I buy something at my house, it's legit. I'm not paying anyway. I'm not paying like $9.50 for some little cocktail that is nothing special. I'm not paying $3.75 during lunch hour for a Budweiser beer. That's insanity, but people say, "Oh, don't you want to drink a beer when you eat lunch?" Now for $3.75 a beer, when I could just drink water, it's a ripoff. I'm sorry. I mean, you pay an exorbitant price at a restaurant anyway for food that's sometimes good. A lot of times it's it's all right. I'm not really fascinated by restaurants, but I go to them. But yeah, but it's all right. I always check the caps to make sure the seal is intact when I buy liquor. Do that. So it's got the built-in pour. You can pour out, but you can't pour in. And if you try to take the cap off, it'll destroy it. No, but yeah, but that would be a dirty theft if they did that. Here's a competitor. Nothing special, and ain't gonna be much of a challenge. But if I buy something, I'm gonna go all the way through it for good or ill. In this case, ill. This is WD Blended Scotch Whisky. Yes, from Scotland. It's got a clipper ship. Looks kind of nice. It really might go back to 1955 because that's when Winn-Dixie was founded. I know for the longest time, well, at least my whole life, that I can remember, they always had these WD brand liquors, and they were always cheap. Now I think, in the 80s and 70s and 60s, they were in glass bottles, but when the PET industry got so perfected that they could put liquor in glass and plastic bottles without it being corrupted, then that took over. What is PET? Like polyethyl tetra dilene or whatever, some kind of plastic. Okay. And you got your typical fanatics out there, food fanatics, I call them. It's going to make you die. You're going to die. If you eat any kind of food or drink any kind of product, it's going to kill you. That's what they'll tell you, If it's not organic or grass-fed. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you should. I'm not a shill for processed food. I'm not. I don't work for a processed food company. I have no backdoor funding from processed food companies. I don't even care about processed food per se. I'm just saying I've dealt with enough fanatics in my life. Okay, so this is pale. I mean, it's really pale. I don't think they're adding any coloring to this, and it's not because they think it's unethical. I think they didn't add any coloring to it because it would cost an extra penny or two. And they want to spend, they want it to be as cheap as possible. Sazerac handles this for Winn-Dixie. It says Wide World Imports. You say, I never heard of them. I know. Nobody has. But if you look real carefully at the bottleneck behind here, where I'm pointing behind here, it says Sazerac.com. I said, oh, yeah. Joe Hill says, morning, any issues with a Hurricane Barrel near you? Oh, no, none. It was too far west. So when it was ransacking Houston, it was just like right now here, you know, like a normal hot sunny day. Craft Beer Tastic says, microplastics are a thing. I don't know how harmful they are to us really are, though. Yeah, I guarantee you, I don't know. Then again, I'm not a scientist, nor have I ever made any claims to that effect. This one's kind of dark. It's the Buchanan's, right? Yeah, I got tags at the, but I won't need tags because I mean you can see this is much darker than this. Is this one adding coloring? Oh, it's possible because there's no statement on the bottle saying natural color. Usually when you don't see them touting natural color, you can get the impression that they're adding coloring. You don't know because you just can't know unless you have definitive information. Okay, let's look at a screen share. I'll start mixing these up. I'm not going to cheat. So here's the Buchanan's website, Deluxe, age 12. You can read this on your own time, but you know, they're going to tout as really fabulous, originally called Buchanan's finest liqueur, right? Imported by Diageo City, New York. So that's where their office is. It could be coming in through any port, New Orleans, Mobile, Alabama, Tampa, Florida, you know, Baltimore. There's the Master, which I've never bought by my friend David's house. It was nice. Didn't seem to have as much flavor though. There's the Special Reserve, but for him one time for a Christmas gift, that was like $85. I was like, hey, don't expect gifts too often. Happen. And then there's the hard to find Red Seal, which usually runs about, you know, needless to say, I have not purchased this one yet. There's a couple of others that they don't really list that are even harder to find. And then there is a pineapple flavor, which seems very popular in Louisiana. I don't really know why you would want a pineapple flavored scotch, but apparently a lot of people do. Now here's the Bar Academy. The Academy, because it's owned by Diageo. Same people that own Johnny Walker Red Label. Well, you know, all the Johnny Walkers. James Buchanan, not the guy that was president of the United, different James Buchanan. And then they go through different historical details. The 12-year Deluxe, which is what I've got. The Master, the 18-year Special Reserve, and the Red Seal. I don't have those. I can get those first three at Walmart, I'm pretty sure, over here. The Master, which is no age statement, it's probably like 13 or 14. We don't know. The 18th Reserve, I can get those first three at Walmart. Red Seal, I think they sometimes sell it at total. It doesn't last long. So you probably have to get your name on a list and say, look, calls in. And they would, you know, as long as you keep buying when they call you and you keep buying it, they'll call you. If you ghost them, like we call that today, well, I don't use that term, but people say ghosted, or people say they're going to show up and they don't, and they give you no explanation. Well, I've had that happen to me, and it's disgusting. I cannot stand passive aggressive behavior. I stand that on people, and I call them out on it. You know, I tell you the way I feel, and you could tell me the way you feel. You know, and this I was ranting about that last night. You want to play games, you need to take a hike and get lost. world is not made better by you playing psychological lying games with. But you think it does, but you're wrong. But anyway. But that's Diageo's Bar Academy about. Well, the main focus is to tell you about the liquor and then give a tutorial on how to do cocktails. Get it? The Bar Academy. Buchanan's 12 has won gold medal 2015, 16, 17 at San Francisco World Spirits Competition. Not recent. Of course, this website might not have been updated, but I'm not making excuses for that. Should be. Well, you won't have to worry this one since it ain't never entered a life. I don't know why it says 28.6 ounces, because a big jug bottle like this is like 59 ounces. Their major malfunction is here, but $16.99. That's what you're going to find, and you can only buy it at Winn-Dixie stores, and it's not a good product. Okay, I'm saying that, telling you that now. Now let's see how much it's going for at this time at our friends at Total Wine and More. Here we go, Deluxe. Yeah, it just hovers around $31 to $35, and that has not been 4 or 5 years since I've been looking at it. That's good. That's good. Hasn't really. You can see you'll come out ahead if you buy the jug bottle, the handle. It's much cheaper per ounce. Now, assuming you like the product, because you're going to be stuck with it. When I first bought Buchanan's, I bought the 375. They got it for $21.99. I think I bought it for $8. I went to some corner market convenience store, and the guy was like, "Oh, you like this, my friend?" I was like, "You know what it is?" He was like, "I'll sell it to you for 12. 12 for that little bottle? He's like, "I tell you what, I sell it to you for $8. I said, "You got it." You know, that kind of place. So, oops. Okay. Here we go. Would I recommend the Buchanan's line? Absolutely. I've tried the 12, the Master, but at a friend's house. The 18-year super duper at a friend's house. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Never had the red seal, but I would assume it's even awesomer. Haven't had the pineapple, but I mean, you can imagine what that's going to taste like, meaning pineapple. No knock against it. Might be all right. I'm not really somebody that runs out to buy these flavor products. I buy them for tastings and our show and all. I say I don't run out to buy them. I just stumble across them. I buy them. Yeah, hey. But to be searching them out, running them down, nah. I did try to run down the Crown Royal Blackberry because it would sell out in one day. The second day it showed up, I got one. So I guess I ran it down. $25.99. It was good, but even arguably very good. Okay, B plus, big deal. I can get B plus. I can get B plus liqueurs with no effort. I can get A. I don't know about A plus, but I can get A liqueurs. Score an A. Most excellent. No effort in that. So to have to track that down and it comes out of B plus, you can imagine it was a big disappointment. Do I hate it? Well, if I hated it, I wouldn't give it a B plus. I've been putting it in coffee every morning, a little bit of it. I mean, when it's gone, it's gone. Be good. Good riddance. Bye. Get lost. I'm not really fond of it. But I like Crown Royal. But I never had their other flavors, though. I'll admit that I never had any of their other flavors. After the first experience, the blackberry, they're not going to be high on my list. I'm just going to tell you that straight. I mean, I had some flavored vodka from Taka that were no worse. I'm not going to say better. You know what? Maybe it was better. That apple, the Taka green apple, that might have been better. You say Taka. Yep, that's what I said. I know for sure that the Benjamin's 100 proof were better, and that's across the board. Benjamin's 100 from Gallo, E&J Gallo. Yeah, they're in that game too. The little 50 milliliter shot things that they sell at the convenience store. They're in that game. 100 proof, but those were good. Oh man, let me tell you. I said, woof. Just goes to show you. You never know till you try it. Those blow up Crown Royal, Blackberry, in my opinion. This is my. And I was watching a lot of video reviews for Crown Royal Blackberry. They were definitely mixed reviews. Some people liked it, and other people were saying, "Man, whoever made this needs their behind kicked." You know, they were pretty hostile about it. But these people had tracked it down and paid up to $50. I said, $50? I was paying the regular price and no more. This smells kind of funky monkey like that Winn-Dixie, though, I'm going to tell you right now. Oh, wow. I got nothing against Werther's Original, and I got nothing against Riesling, but I got a problem with a Scotch tasting like them or smelling like them. This just smells like whiskey in general. You know what I mean? Just like, bam, any sort of whiskey. Straightforward, but nothing picking, standing out. Unlike this one where things do stand out that you just wish wouldn't stand out. All right, time to taste. Oh, it's got to be the WD. I ain't never smelled no Buchanan smell like this. Oh, whoa. Come on, Sazerac. Enough's enough. I get it. You're trying to save people money, but what do you? And Winn-Dixie, you part of this, so I'm not gonna excuse you. Y'all are partners in this crime. Oh man, is this the worst Scotch whiskey I ever tried? Absolutely, it is. Gives you the chills, the frisson, as they say around here, the frisson. That's your product. That's your product. I don't know if I mentioned it, but that's your product. It's $31.99. Be a little bit more at Walmart. It's laughable because it's so. There's a little smoke. There's a little peat, but everything is little. It's a little. It's very, very mild, very mellow. If you say, I got to have intense Scotch, it's got to be smoked through the roof. I got to have intensities in 10 cities. Well, don't buy Buchanan's because you're not going to have that. It'll just be mild, mellow, easygoing, similar to Chivas Regal 12 year, but with more flavor because Chivas Regal is too bland. I can still give it a 90, A minus, but I wouldn't buy it again. That Chivas Regal 13 rye barrel select, that's killer. That's way better. It's not even that great, but it's way better than, well, it's sort of great. All right. Like these people say in England, I watch their videos. If I'm honest, I should be honest. This thing here. Ha ha ha. I'm scoring it a C minus. It'll never get it. I can't imagine it ever get above 72. Ding ding. Ding 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 goes the trolley. Hey, you ever felt like drinking a C minus Scotch, like low average? Not definitively bad, but it may as well be. It's still a C minus, but oh man, would I ever enjoy drinking this? No. Would I ever recommend this? Absolutely not. Like I said, but I said in a video, unless I had a bad sense of humor, like this is not good. This is not good. Why are you selling this? Say, well, it's only $16.99. That's right. It's about $10 too much. Go away. Buchanan's 12-year Deluxe says it's a premium blend. Does the 12-year age, this is Craft Beer-tastic talking, does the 12-year age statement apply after it's blended, or are they blending a portion of 12-year with a no. Stop right there. No, when they put an age statement on a whiskey, the age they put is the youngest whiskey in the blend. So they can blend it before they age it, or they can blend it after they age it. That's up to them. That doesn't matter. You could take all the different whiskeys, age them separately, blend them together, boom, bottle it. Or you could take all the whiskeys raw, blend them, then let them age, and do it that way. It does. It's your choice. Well, what an age statement means is that's the youngest whiskey in the blend. Now, am I saying that Buchanan's has older whiskeys in the blend? No, I'm not saying that. I don't know that. But I know that there's no whiskey in this bottle younger than 12 years. And, it's a big company and everything. So it's probably whiskeys. Some of them might be 50 years old, but it might only be 1% of the blend, you see. So, but yeah, the youngest whiskey in that is 12 years. The youngest, now, on the other hand, over here, I bet you the oldest whiskey is 3. The youngest whiskey is 3 years old, and the oldest whiskey is 3 years old. All right, I don't know that for sure, but believe me, these are the cheapest whiskeys sold in Scotland. It's what everybody else will not bottle. This is my theory, not my fact. All the other companies say, ain't no way, there is no way this is going in our bottles. But next month, on the 31st, we're having an auction, and you can bid on it. And there's Sazerac showing up and say, we'll do it. Because we know a store that will sell it. And there it is. And it deserves every bad bit of scoring it gets, because it ain't good. Now, this thing here, oh, this is nice. This is really nice. It's so pleasant. It's so, there's no bite to it. There's no off flavors. There's that mild smokiness, that honey. They talk about honey. I don't know about all this vanilla and everything else. Maybe, but it's, oh man. I can't see how somebody could talk bad about this product. I really cannot see. So is it worth the extra money? And in this case, we're talking about a significantly large amount of money in the difference with the difference between these two. Hey, Herbie in India. Thanks for watching, Herbie. Same to you, sir. I would have to say yes. It's absolutely worth the difference. This is not a value. I don't care that they're selling it this month for $16.99. You know what? They could take this bottle next month and sell it for $6.99. It would not be a value. Actually, if they gave me a bottle, it wouldn't be a value because I would have to drink it. You see what I'm saying? And that wouldn't even be a value because then you'd be stuck drinking it, even if you got it for free. You say, wouldn't that be a D, not a C minus? No. Think about what a C minus is. Low average. It's not good. It's not even approaching good. Approaching a good score would be like a C plus, 78, 79. All right, so let's think about this in the right perspective. If you score a C, you're not good. If you score a C minus, you definitely not good, and you're a long way from it. No, it's not a drain pour. That would be an F. Anything below 60, 59 and down. But then that could make you ill. You could actually hurt yourself drinking. It could make you, it could be dangerous to drink. It's so bad. I've never tried any of those, but not in the liquor world. This is not going to make you sick, but except psychologically, you'd be sick of drinking it after one sip. So yeah, I mean, look, I mean, oh, what in the world? I got so many more taste challenges coming up with this atrocity. I would be stunned, shocked, and totally disoriented if I got it wrong in any of these challenges. I cannot imagine such a thing could occur. And there it is on the shelves, and they even put it on their website, like they're proud of it. They put on there, it's exclusive. You can only buy it here. Well, yeah, because nobody else will sell it. Of course, you can only buy it at your store because no other store would ever stock it. So that's not really, something to brag about. It might be something to be depressed about. But that's Aldi's problem now. You say Aldi, you said Winn-Dixie. I know Aldi bought Winn-Dixie in May of 2024. Either that'll be a great triumph or a great tragedy for them, and it ain't my problem. Well, it'd be my problem if they shut down Winn-Dixie over here because I do like to go there and look and find some strange products. You know what I mean? They sell all the regular liquor. I mean, regular liquor, of course, but it's pricey. It's like, why would I pay $9 more for the same bottle I can get a block away? Like literally a block away. Answer, I wouldn't do it. But they'll sell strange products, and sometimes those strange products are of decent price, like this. Of course, this is a bad example. This is not a good example of it. All right, but it's there. It exists. I bought it. They have wonderful fried chicken, though. I have to admit that. And they frying it by hand. I see them in there frying it in the morning, and they got a good deal on that fried chicken. And they hand batter it and everything. And I got to admit, it's good. I'm not gonna say it's bad because it's not. And their Canadian whiskey was pretty shabby. I'll say that. Tastes like vanilla extract. I mean, that thing was wow. And when they do their seafood, it's all right. Like they'll be out there steaming shrimp or crabs, or they'll boil crawfish and stuff, and they do a good job. And then they fry fish and all. It's good. I'll admit that. Okay, I'm not gonna sit there and just be disparaging the company. I'm talking about this product in particular, which I do hate, and I'm talking about that Canadian whiskey, which I almost hate. I'm just close to hate. I don't hate it, but I'm close. All right. Oh man, can you imagine? Now I have to do their rums. Oh wow, I'm scared now. And then I got to do the tequila. Oh, can you imagine the tequilas? Talk about a product that could go off the rails fast, and then here they are selling it. Oh man, I mean the vodka probably the safest bet. Honestly, their vodka is probably the safest bet. Because how could you screw that up? But then they have a gin. You say the gin. Oh, whoa. Oh, I know. I'm never going there. You will never see Winn-Dixie gin on this channel. You won't see it on my alternative channel. You won't see it associated with me in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Well, anyway, I survived this. And now I'm off to do better things because I don't think it could get much worse. All right. Well, that's it. That's you. Oh man, this thing is a wreck. All right, well, thanks and take care, and I appreciate you watching.